Been 30 days since Russia invaded Ukraine, and since then there have been thousands of deaths on both sides, political back and forth by Russia, NATO, and the U.S., and many prominent celebrities and athletes taking to social media to talk about it. One group has been particularly silent on the issue: current NHL players from Russia. Naturally, there's a lot at stake with the whole situation, and while some players may be against the war, they have to walk the tightrope with what they say publicly about it. Julianne Pelusi from our sports department joins me now. And Julianne, the most prominent Russian NHL player is playing tonight. Alexander Ovechkin, as the Capitals take on the Sabres. And you've been looking into the tough situation that these players are all in right now.
Yeah, Kelly, it's scary. And several Russian players aren't given media availabilities to speak out about the Russian war on Ukraine because of potential backlash from their home country. But we did hear what Alex Ovechkin had to say last month.
Please, no more war. It doesn't matter who's in the war, Russia, Ukraine, in different countries. I think we live in a world like we have to live in peace.
Tonight, the most prominent Russian player in the NHL will take the ice in Buffalo against the Sabres. It's been 1 month to the day since Alex Ovechkin's interview speaking on the Russian invasion on Ukraine. Since then, NHL players have been hesitant to speak out against Russian President Vladimir Putin and the war. Former Sabres goalie Dominik Hasek tweeted a day later upset about Ovechkin's remarks, calling him a liar. Hasek went on to say every adult in Europe knows well that Putin is a mad killer and that Russia is waging an offensive war against the free country and its people. The NHL must immediately suspend contracts for all Russian players, while Russian players are worried about their families back home.
Obviously, it's a hard situation. I have lots of friends in Russia and Ukraine, and it's hard to see the war.
And so is the National Hockey League, with a statement 3 days after Ovechkin's interview reading, "The National Hockey League condemns Russia's invasion of Ukraine and urges a peaceful resolution as quickly as possible." It went on to say, "We also remain concerned about the well-being of players from Russia who play in the NHL on behalf of their NHL clubs and not on behalf of Russia. We understand they and their families are being placed in an extremely difficult position." The New York Times reported earlier this month Russia has taken censorship to new extremes, with Putin signing a law criminalizing, quote, any public opposition to or independent news reporting about the war against Ukraine, end quote.
Well, he's my president, but how I said, I'm not in politics, I'm an athlete. And, how I said, hope everything is going to be done soon. It's a hard situation right now for both sides.
The Sabres are affected again, too. After not drafting a Russian since 2016, Buffalo selected 4 last summer. 3 of them still playing back home. Our Sabres insider Paul Hamilton asked General Manager Kevyn Adams on WGR 550, how are they doing? Adams said all signs seem to be these guys are in a good spot.
And Kelly, the Sabres currently don't have any Russians on their active roster, so this is not something that we've seen here in Buffalo, but it is something going on throughout the entire NHL. And again, it's been a really challenging situation for a bunch of teams in this league.
Also challenging to find people to even go on camera, do interviews to talk about it, right?
Yeah, Kelly, it's been hard. I mean, I couldn't even get people in the academic community to speak on this today. That's how I spent my morning, and we couldn't find anybody to talk about it because it is such an extremely serious and scary situation here that backlash could be coming after saying anything about this. So, it's a lot that a lot of these NHL teams are dealing with right now with how many Russians are in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, super politically charged story. Thank you for sharing it with us, Julianne.
Of course, Kelly.